All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Well, Joel, to plagiarize from you from 2 minutes ago, it's a good thing we had Ivan on this morning.
Yeah.
To buy the dip.
And who calls him Ivan the Terrible? You know?
I don't know.
I thought Ivan was great. Let's run down the markets here, and I got a little surprise for you here, Spencer. Are you ready?
Are you going to share your screen or what?
I thought I did.
No, you didn't.
I thought I did. Oh, it must be the bug. That'd be the bug in my head that I forgot to do it.
All right.
So let's go. Let's go. S&P futures. We're just called down 30 handles at 40.93. Took out the pre-market low, had some follow through, finally caught a bid, got nowhere near last week's low. Rebounded over 4,100, pre-market high 41.23. That was also the close from yesterday. Intraday high 108. So I like the 123 better than 108. This market's going to get back up to 4,200. We have crude. That's in the red by $2.15 at 63.35. We have gold, big old range in gold, hit 1891.30, but we're basically flat on the day at 1868. Silver, man, that loss couldn't hold the 28.36 and a half level. That's down 56 at 27.78. And Bitcoin, what a ride, man. That was fun this morning. Went down to 30,205, recouped a lot of those losses. Now down only $4,500 at 38,600. And Spencer, are you ready for the surprise?
Sure.
Ethereum.
Yeah.
Ethereum. We're tracking Ethereum now.
Yeah. I mentioned this on the show several times. I meaning to buy it. I never did. I'm lazy. So what did I do after the show today? I hopped on my Coinbase. I was told that Coinbase was down. I had some people here at the office saying, I can't get into my account. What do I do? I said, hold on, let me try. I got in with no problems. I bought some Ethereum. I bought the dip, and I was done within 30 seconds. And that was that.
They tend to give preference to the six-figure accounts.
Yep, I've also noticed that.
Like you have $100.32 in there. Right. That's a six-figure account. So, well, you're not the only one that bought the dip. It wasn't me. I was visiting my mom when it had that dip, and but Triple D got dirty. I don't know if you already sold it, but just want to look at Ethereum now. It's lower price, number one. I don't know about the volatility, if there's any more or less, but they used it in NFTs, right? And there seems to be more practical uses for it. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. And I like the futures trading. We talked about how, the futures traded, they close on Friday. You get a little different perspective on it. So Ethereum has been added to the Joel Elconin hit list here.
All right. Mitch Olsen asking where I bought. It was around 2,500. Obviously, I didn't get the bottom. That would be insane. But I'm in the 2,500 ballpark, which is basically, if you go back, far enough, kind of where I had talked about it, buying it, lower than that. So, I bought the dip. It is what it is. What about the semis today? And let's start with AMD, because AMD dropping the buyback hammer on us this morning, a $4 billion buyback. And you can see when the news hit the tape, because that big old green candle came in the middle of the day. So now we have something to watch for. Now because I think we all know, we all expect buybacks are coming, right? I think that's a general consensus out there, right? There's a lot of cash out there, and companies want to buy back their stock. So now we had Dillard's, we had AMD, and there's been a couple of more. And I want to go back and I want to look and see, because we know stocks typically go up on the headline, but what happens after that? Do they hold those buyback gains or not? That's what we want
Oh,
to see.
yeah. Great point. Always gives an immediate boost to the market. But I'm always mixed on those because you do get that immediate reaction.
Mhm.
I mean, that they looked well. First of all, I thought the semis were rallying because we had Ivan Feinseth on this morning pre-market
He
prep show.
was very bullish on the
He
semi.
was very bullish of semis. So, boo to me thinking that. Boy, all these lows in the same area, just under that 74 low. Their technical analyst at AMD looked at that and said, man, this thing's not going much below 73, 74. Let's do our buyback there. They put it out, got a boost to almost 77. And now you're trickling back a little bit for our AMD traders. What I'm going to do, I'll make it easy for you here. I like this. Two highs in the same. Oh, not quite the same area. I missed it. 76.93. That was your high on May 11th. No, I'm not too far off. And your high today, 76.97, folks. So, hey, if this is good, if this is turned, boom, we're going to clear 77, go 7.5, challenge 78.30. But right now, rally capped at 77. And I don't want to be long to sing if it comes back down to 73 the next time. Let's get some consolidation here and see what happens. 77, huge level. And let me check out my Intel. I didn't nibble at any more Intel today.
You
Not a bad day. Hanging up, bunching up. We'll see. We'll see if these pair of lows here at 53.50, just under that. We'll see if that's the low of the move. I'd say if I'm buying it on strength, I'm buying it above 56.
You can look at the SOXX. You can look at Lam Research. You can look at AMAT, Applied Materials. They're all up today. It's a green day for the semis and not
Ooh.
much else. Texas Instruments, Micron, they're all in the green. So
Yeah, I mean, there's a chip shortage. Don't these guys have to produce more chips? I mean, doesn't that?
Well, the problem is they can't. Nvidia's down today. The problem is they can't. That
Because
they want. I think they all want to. I don't think they can.
supply chain worries. Let's check out Nvidia. Boom. Hit support that 540 area, probably not a close. What you got this low here, 540.45. This low here, 538.36. Buyer stepped in at 41.73. So it looks like it's trying to put in a hard bottom there, 540 area. If you're so inclined to try a swing trade there. But the other thing with this, they already had their earnings, right? But this one. I don't want to be short when they announce a stock split.
When's that going to happen? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. And then what about Target? We were so bearish at like 8 in the morning, and then by the end of the hour, by 9, it was like, well, maybe not. It already came all the way back. So
you know what? Triple D got me off my super bear. I mean, that was a super good report, right?
yeah.
And I mean, shortened it up $8-9, an ugly tape. What's really interesting about this one, if you were really patient and you said, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to see if I can a gap fill." That's the first thing. When I see a stock gap up like that, I'm like, "Hey, can I get it in yesterday's range?" Right? Because then a little bit lower risk trade, And boy, oh boy, it came in after hitting 217. It came in, opened 210.31. And boy, if you bought that open and you just went and got a drink of water or something, it hit 209.80 and then rebounded hard. All-time high today at 1850, taking out the other all-time high. Probably having an all-time closing high today. So good report. Good move. Probably would have been up more if it wasn't for Mr. Market. But 218.50. You got to start taking. Now it's not really a 2-day move. Maybe start thinking about 220 and Target off this report.
See, and yesterday I said on this show that I was going to watch Walmart and Target closely today and see how they traded, and maybe this is a bit of a cop out, but I almost feel like you can't. Both of these moves were overshadowed, I think, by the overall market today. So, like, I almost think I don't have enough of we don't have enough data.
Information.
Yeah, I don't have enough information for me to really, judge the post earnings
Yeah,
relationship together.
I'd
So
be patient.
I don't. Yeah,
Maybe. I mean, that's a huge move for Walmart. Basically, 136 to 145 for 5 sessions, digesting the move. Maybe come back. 140 to me would be if I wanted to look at this in a swing trade, pull back into that range from Monday, two tops at that area. People, I'm sure, looking to get the stock back there. So that's it. I mean,
yeah.
down 51 cents, not a bad day. Just kind of hurt by Mr. Market.
You know what's held up actually better, at least relative to like Home Depot and Lowe's, is Macy's. Macy's has actually held up okay the last couple of days.
Yep, only down 33. Oof, look at that, 18. You're doing your technical analysis. You would have known on the day before earnings, 18 low, May 17th, 17.98, the low in today's session. Not exactly at the open. We did have some good selling off the open. So now your target. Now you're traded 18.98. Will the paper start stacking up at 19 even? 1909. That was your high. Yesterday's session, 1916. That was your high on Monday. So there you go. 19 close enough for me. Stops at 1898 today. That has me thinking, looking forward here, that maybe there's some paper, maybe a nice chunk of paper at 19. And you'll have to chew through that in order to get back up to that
Yeah.
1965 high from yesterday.
I don't know if you saw TJX, but if you didn't, then maybe don't look. But ugly day.
Oh, got punished, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The fickle finger of Wall Street.
Mhm.
Was at just an all-time high a couple days ago. Got the spike in the failure. This is the one where if you were just watching what it did in the pre-market, right, and then watched it off the open to transition here, $70. That was a level. This was the area of two lows here. Falling back after a good report. I don't know. It seems like 66 may be a potential area of support. I see a 65.57 low, and then wow, better yet, 65 even. So if you think it's just being punished for a good report, bad day in the market, maybe wait for TJX to come into 65.
Yeah, great call. Who was it in chat? Darren F. Solar running today. You can go look at TAN, right? The TAN ETF. You can look at for a solar. You can look at all of them. Enphase, they're all running. Enphase, I think, is the leader, up 6% today.
Just a little rotation here, right?
Yeah, but we always lump in solar with like the rest of growth because it is, but it's running. It's up way more than like ARK is today, right? So maybe it's up more than crypto, and that's growth, right? So doing its own thing there. Very interesting. Very interesting. What about there's one more thing I wanted to look at, and then we can go to the chat. Damn, what was it? I just blanked. What do I want to talk about? I don't even remember. Doing so many things here. Oh man. Anyway, if I remember, I'll bring it up. But let's go to the chat because I don't remember what I wanted to talk about. We got a few tickers here they're throwing out at us. Oh, that's right. I remember. I wanted to talk about Ford. Ford announced another production cut today, and of course they've got their big event tonight. They're going to unveil the Lightning, right? The electric F-150. I'm out, no position.
Flat.
Yeah.
Nice return on that one, Spencer. Boy, this is tough. Yeah, you have the event. Someone asked about this in the morning chat before the open, and I saw that it traded up, 12 and a quarter, 12.30. And what was interesting to me was off the earnings, you had a gap up to 12.39. So I'm thinking, hey, it gets up to that area. It's a gap fill. You already had the run up into the event. And what does it do? It doesn't even see that in the session, does it? Wow, it did that in the pre-market, but never did it in the market. Oh, this is actually after hours. They got it up to that. Where did I see that? I thought I saw that traded here. Let me go to a 60-minute. Maybe it was yesterday in the pre-market. Because I thought we got, oh, it was yesterday that we got the gap fill. Maybe I was talking about that from yesterday and almost got back to the high before earnings day. So all these people got their money back. They sold. For this, we'll see how it reacts to the event, but definitely cutting production is not what shareholders wanted to hear. And it's just good news, bad. It always seems like it's good news, bad news with Ford. It's never good news, good news, good news, good news, good news, good news. That's what you need.
All right, let's go to the chat. There are tickers flying in there. Let's scroll to the top here and let's see what I missed. Let's go with, I saw somebody mention, oh yeah, Cisco reports tonight.
Really?
Yep. Good call on that. So CSCO after the close. We also, while we're on it, have L Brands after the close. And
geez, you just have to mention 2 stocks I own. What are you trying to do? Make me nervous?
That's kind of it.
Oh man. If I sold stocks, I'd be nervous going into the head of the report. I missed that 54. If it spikes up to 54, that's big resistance, man. This thing is just disappointing on so many reports and really gets whooped up bad when it does. If that's the case, right under 51, I see a 50-56 low here. Cup ever lows that area. This is called just extreme levels, depending how the report goes. 50-50 to 54. If you're looking to play on the edges, not in the middle.
It's been like 1 or 2 days since we talked Penn, and we're getting a question from somebody whose name I'm not gonna bother pronouncing, but PENN. I guess the good news is it's held up better relative to than like DraftKings, right? But I don't know.
It's turned. You know? I mean,
everything was in favor, and the rising tide lifted all ships. And I don't know what the fundamentals are. I'm sure they're probably not bad, not that bad at least. But God, how can you look at this and feel good about it? I don't know.
I just for the optimist out there instead of being a pessimist. And I know someone was in this. I was talking with them on Twitter. What you have? You have a 73.43 low here. Is that correct? This is called $10 rally. Ooh, 5 points would take you back to 78. Kind of hanging in there. 78 was the high. I think what you need to do is you need just another day or two, stabilize here and maybe try and make another run up. But if you felt you missed the low, when it rallied up here, you want to re-enter. You know, here you're entering on a pullback, kind of in the area of yesterday's low. That low. Ooh, there were 2 lows at 77, but it punched through that to 76.34. So, I mean, you're buying here, your risk is here. And if you really want to see it get going to the upside, needs to clear today's high, 83.33. And Donkey Kong, how's that doing? I mean, when stocks turn, they turn, and this is turned hard. Same scenario here. They're trading really well together. 40.45, 42.5 is halfway back. It did a little bit better than that, going to 41.81. But if this is the turn to move higher. I think you'll find support here right around 42.5 and turn up. If not, we're going to test that low of the move, 39.93.
All right, here's one. Dysake, I guess. DSKE. It's a freight, logistics, transportation. DSKE. Doesn't have like super high volume, but it's it trades.
What's the symbol?
DSKE. DSKE. It's a transportation and logistics company. I know. You don't like you have a higher threshold for volume than I do, but this thing trades.
Yeah. Man, this is like a little bit of a roller coaster stock. Let me see if I can drill down. And I mean, 2 good days in a row, so you know where your support is. is. You know where you don't want to see it fall back under that 615, 620. So you got a double bottom there. That's comfortably above it today. It looks like we're pressing up at the highs of the session. Nothing sticking out me really at 7, but it's 692. There's your next target. Maybe get back into the 7 handle. You gotta just, unless you get some news to work your way through these big bars here. A lot of people were trapped in those 2 days. Also, what's kind of good about it is, it had the lows around $5, the big run. Came down to 550, 560. Didn't take that out. Trying again. I don't mind it. I'd like to see. I feel better if it closed above $7.
What about Goodyear Tire? Isn't this just a very simple play on like inflation, right? Like if you think inflation is going up, then you should want to buy Goodyear Tire or anything like a Goodyear Tire.
My good buddy Ross works there. I haven't spoken to him in a while.
You know what? You'll talk to Ross after the pandemic. That's what I tell everyone. Yeah, let's meet up after the pandemic. Am I going to meet up with him? I don't know.
Actually, I'm going to start swimming with him.
Okay.
Starting Memorial Day, we'll be back in the pool. If I saw Ross at the pool today, I'd be like, "Oh, Ross, did you see the double top at 2040? You should have sold at 2039, but you didn't. So now you got hit. Probably market factors. I don't know the news, but man, I'd say Ross, you got good support. As long as you don't lose this 1850, which we're only about 50 cents away, then it's holding this move here. So hold 1850. We could turn up, get back over 20. I just don't like losing this 1850. I don't see much. Little gap fill maybe to 1841, but it did that today. So you got the gap fill. Let's hold there. Let's hold 1850. Turn back higher. Just not a great performing stock in the history of the greatest bull market of all time.
That's one way of looking at it.
Why is Ride moving?
Oh, that's a really great question.
Because we are all cheering our ASS off for Marcus. I think he still needs 15 now to get out of this thing. On days like this, folks are selling. Like, what can I buy? What do I buy cheap? Maybe this looks cheap on the chart. A 1-day run turns into a 2-day run. And there you have it. I will for Marcus. Marcus, if you're watching, man, you got to clear here, Marcus. And I know that's a long ways away, but you had a lot of highs, 1275, 1280. That's what I'll be looking at for next target. Spoons just blast into the 4100 handle. Can't keep this market down. Will we get a gap fill right up near the highs of the intraday session? 4108, true high for the session, 4123. If we get the 4123, Spencer.
You're buying lunch for the office?
I'll buy lunch for the office tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm
not holding to that. Ride also is on the earnings calendar for what day is the 24th? That's Monday. This coming Monday. The 24th after the close. So we have an event for Ride coming in.
Okay.
Keep it on your radar.
Yeah, and I'll just give you, my usual scenario on something like this. You're trying to buy this thing on weakness. You're trying to buy this thing on weakness, and your bids are getting hit. And then you got to start lifting offers. And it's a lot harder to accumulate a position.
Yeah.
You can be patient. You're like, hey, I really want to own this at 10, but hey, I'm getting it at a discount at, $7.58. So don't know what the short interest is on that, but moving up, and I hope it just keeps going until Friday, so Marcus will come on.
Yeah, I hope that as well. Here's a good one from Sweetie B. Fun. We haven't talked about fun for quite some time, it feels like. Cedar Fair. And while we're at it, we can look at Six Flags or SeaWorld.
Let's go to the amusement park here.
Yeah.
Right away, I go to the monthly here, and I drill down on this monthly, and I'm like, hey, we couldn't get back to that 2020 high. We're kind of bunching up at 50. Man, I know the monthly highs are over that a little bit, but man, you got to get over 50. We just want to make sure that, the cases keep going in the right direction. They're sticking out. Actually, the high of the move here in fun was 52.50. The next monthly high came in at 51.04, and this monthly high is 50.35. So people are bringing their offers down to get out of it. I don't see where it is catching a major bid. Low for the, keep an eye low for today. I don't know, kind of choppy chart, but if I was looking on the cheap, I'd try and probably get it in the lower 44 handle. See a pair of lows, it's called 44, 42 and a half.
What about
What about Disney? I want to see what that's doing.
we talk about this every day. We talk about this thing.
Oh my God! Well, they got rid of the 169 buyer, but it went to 167.10, and that guy is right back in there. Huh. All right. Well, I guess if you would have used my 169 as a sell or a short, you could have made some money. But unfortunately, you would have had to cover 167.10. Another thing, folks, just to point out to you on a day like this, you're open. Keep an eye on your opens. If you have a place, an area, because this open 167.71. Quick spike off that low, and then it came back. So it turned out 169 was a good level. 69.45, was the high low from yesterday, high from today. So what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lower highs in a row. Not looking great. Let's see if Dennis and you get a shot to buy more at 160.
I'm not. I'm done buying. I think you low key want to buy. You just don't want to admit it because you're the one that always wants to talk about it, not me, not Dennis.
I just gotta get a level like that. Get stuck in my head.
All right. Okay. We'll do a couple more real fast. What about Roblox?
Quick.
RBLX. Somebody asked, and I apologize. I don't remember who it was. If we're seeing any relative strength in Roblox, I think that was the question. RBLX.
Bill made a good call on that one. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Boy, oh boy. You know what I'd say? I would say it's trying hard. I'd really be much more encouraged if it could bust into the 78 handle. High here, high here, high here. Got hit today, but bounced back. I think I like it. I like it more than I don't like it. Really though, I think to really get things going another leg higher, you got to get over 78.
Oh wait, let's go to the overall market here as we take into the close. SPY at the high of the day.
I know, and I'm only going to 4 a.m. on that lunch bet. I'm not going into the extended hours.
I'm sorry, I
4
forgot
p.m.
I forgot the number again. What was it?
41.33.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, buy the dip. Look at that. It's like nothing happened here. Good thing we had Ivan on today. Open to close basis, right? Man, not a bad day for the market. So buy the dip works again today.
All righty, Joel, have a good one. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I want to bring Mitch on for a second because, Mitch, we got a new show that's about to debut. Tell us about it.
Yeah, guys, I'm super excited to go ahead and bring on the brand new show. So really how I found this show was that I was looking for some podcasts, and a lot of times, we have shows, but we don't have a lot of kind of straight podcasts. Mm-hmm. And what I did was I found a podcast called Penny Lane Podcast. And what they did was they talked about all like the hype stuff. So today, I loved how the description was. They said, why didn't I make $1 million in GME? Was Fubo actually heading to 100?
Oh, geez.
And how soon can I get back into AMC?
Oh, God.
So we're going to be talking about some great topics. The hype is of the hype. So stick around, guys. Penny Lane meets Wall Street coming up next.
That's coming up right now. Thanks a lot, Mitch. I'm going to end this stream, and this video will redirect straight to that. If you haven't already, please do us a very, very small favor and drop us a like if you can on YouTube. We appreciate all those likes. Leave us a comment. We appreciate it. That was weird. Leave us a comment. Send us an email, shows@benzinga.com. And we try to respond to all those emails if we can. So let's get to 100 likes if we can. Oh, I want to mention the contest as well. Guys, let me make sure the link is up there. Is the link in the description? I don't know. Doesn't matter because I'm going to give you the link now anyway. So check out our 100,000 subscriber giveaway contest. Oh man, All right, let me make sure this works. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Link is in the chat right now. Enter to win. I'll walk through this more, tomorrow and for the next few days, but enter to win a free share of Tesla when we cross the 100,000 subscriber threshold. All right, it's 4:02. I'm done. Everyone, smash a like. Penny Lane coming up next, and I'll see you guys after that. We got Ryan Rosbiani, we got Money Mitch, we got Aftermarket Therapy. Everyone, hope you had a good day, and catch you later.